What's up, everyone? We're here for round 2 of the battle between the BMW and the CBR on which 1000 I'm going to sell. Man, this thing looks wonderful. I got a wash yesterday. I got some professional pictures done here, which should be out in the next week or two or so. But yeah, guys, here it is in all its glory. The rare blue and yellow 2006 CBR1000RR. And just like for the BMW, we'll walk around it and point out some things that I've done to the bike. As you can see, it's got the yellow powder-coated rims to match the bike. It comes black rim stock, which it doesn't really pop if you've seen photos of it. Got the Yoshimura RS5 exhaust undertail. It's awesome. Seat cowl. I've blacked out with powder coating the rear sets and rear passenger pegs. Vortex frame sliders. You got driven bar ends and grips, Vortex shorty levers. I got a blue windscreen there, which is awesome. It just blends in perfect with the bike. You know, I got this stator cover, CBR1000RR custom, and that's about it, guys. Vortex black chain and sprockets, which are awesome, brand new. But other than that, that is the bike, guys. So, yeah. Let me know what you think in the comments below. We'll go ahead and do the ride test, and I'll let you know my thoughts. We'll kind of do the same test, go around the same roads that I took the BMW, and let you know what I think about the bike. Alright guys, going through some turns here, just like the same turns we did on the BMW. You know, the thing about this bike, it sits a little lower, and it's almost like it gives you like an advantage to the curves. I don't know, maybe that's just me. I know overall, and I'll go into ergonomics in the next part of the review, but yeah, I mean, man, this thing turns so good. And it's so flickable, because I think this bike it might be a little lighter than the Beamer. I think it is, and I don't really ride them back to back like this, jump on one and jump on the other, you know? So I really get to see the differences or the similarities between the two. You know, this is a 2006 motorcycle, but man, I mean, for its time, it was like up there. And like I said earlier on the BMW review, this doesn't have any electronic rider aids like the BMW. All this has is that HESD, Honda electronic steering dampener. And it's supposed to be like when you go faster, the dampener tightens down, and as you decelerate, it stiffens less, or you know, however, dampens less, however you want to put it. So that's pretty much it. I mean, everything else, this is a raw power, raw dog bike. So I mean, if you're one of those purists, this is it, man. This is the raw dog. It's you in the road. There's no electronic rider aids saving your butt. No traction control, no wheelie control, no electronic shifters or steering or any of that good stuff, especially the throttle. This is a mechanical throttle, as you can see, but it's I will say, because it is a mechanical, not ride-by-wire like the Beamer, the acceleration is not as smooth, and I'll show that in a little bit. But here's an example of just turning the throttle. It's looser. So look, I'm not even doing anything. Look how loose it is, guys. The Beamer doesn't have that. I mean, it might have a little bit of free play, but other than that, it's going. Very sensitive, your throttle control. You know, I'm used to it, but if you're jumping on this bike and you're used to this kind of bike with mechanical throttle, old school version, and you're not ready, and you haven't ridden a bike that's ride by wire, the BMW could throw you off, literally and figuratively, right? You just got to be careful, guys. The electronic ride by wire throttles, which most newer bikes are. I think pretty much they all have them. To be honest, that's the new technology, guys. So let's go into comfort. Earlier I said this bike sits lower. It does. I can tell the Beamer, when I sit on the Beamer, I'm sitting up higher and the bike is higher. I know it has a taller windscreen, and I have the Sergeant seat, which raises you up, and I have the stock seat on this guy. And actually, it's not bad. I don't know whether I'm used to always riding a stock seat on this bike, or the BMWs was that much, you know, worse than the OEM stock seat of the Hondas. Because it does sit lower, it feels like my legs are a little more cramped. Again, I'm 5'11", and I feel that on the BMW I'm sitting higher upright, and I don't know, maybe that's why my legs feel cramped, is because this sits a little lower. I'm not sure. I know this is at stock height. The bike was lowered when I bought it, but then I had it raised back up because it was just too low for me, like a Hayabusa. But I got it raised back to stock height, got the lowering links taken off, put the stock links back on there. But it still sits low. But what it does is it has more aggressive style, like sitting like this. It's a lot easier. And I'm leaning on my wrist a little more because it does seat me a little more forward. And I know this seat doesn't raise up like on the Sergeant seat. So it all makes sense, guys. But I mean, the suspension, it's... I feel a lot more bumps on this than I do on the BMW. But then again, this has that raw suspension from 2006, guys. And now we're back on that same road I was on with the Beamer. Yes, I am like, it is a lot bumpier. So the suspension, definitely not as good on the Honda. That could be because of age. It could be because of technology, or a combination of both. So for suspension, I'm gonna have to give this like a 3 out of 5. Also, I realize as far as handling, turning, cornering, I didn't give a rating yet. So I'll do it at a little bit further ahead once we hit some more curves. All right, guys, we got some curves here. We'll go back to the rating on the how it handles and how it turns on curves. All right, so here we go. Little curve here. I mean, it has good flickability. Not too bad. These actually aren't a lot of curves. But, I mean, adding this up with the other curves earlier, I'd give it a 4 out of 5. It handles well. It turns well. It's just not very comfortable on the suspension. So we'll say 3 out of 5 on flickability. Well, flickability a 4, but the handling overall 3.5 on the curves. Meantime, we'll just go ahead and talk maintenance. Unfortunately, I have taken this in a lot for maintenance. Only when I first bought it, though, guys. I'll caveat it with that. So when I bought it, the first thing I did, I bought it from the guy, you know, and he had the oil change like a year before, so he said, you know, one of those. I got the full shebang, the full money, guys. I got oil change, coolant flush, brake fluid, you name it, I got it done. I said, if you can tighten a spring or a bolt somewhere on this bike, do it. I want to start fresh, guys. And they said, okay. And then they said, when were the valves, you know, adjusted? Oh, Lord, it never had a valve adjustment. 16,000 miles it's due. This thing had 25 something at the time. So I paid for the valve adjustment. So I paid a lot of money. Then the battery died, guys. And that was a whole fiasco. And then the stator, it was the rectifier actually died. And that was a pretty bit of money, but that was when I said go ahead and throw on this awesome exhaust. So I replaced the exhaust because the old one, you know, and I talked about it in my last video, was hideous and loud and straight pipe. I put a real Yoshimura on there. It sounds amazing. So yeah, maintenance on this bike was expensive at first, but you got to realize it was a 10-year-old bike at the time. And I made it basically brand new. That's why I don't want to sell this thing. It's so pretty, such good condition, pristine. I mean, the fairings are perfect, the engine's perfect. Everything on this bike works like a champ, and you can't get this color anymore, guys. So now y'all can see why I'm having this dilemma. Oh, it's perfect, it looks great, and it runs great. All right, everyone's favorite, acceleration. It accelerates well, guys. It takes, as you can see, it took a little while. Let's watch the RPMs here. So, I mean, it's definitely not as quick as the S1000RR. I told you guys during that review, I mean, this thing, it sounds mean, though. I'll give it that. I love it. Definitely doesn't accelerate the same. I think that has to do probably, well, one, technology, obviously, but two, the fly-by-wire throttle that's on the BMW and the manual throttle that's on the old CBR here. So acceleration, and I hate, for back in its day, a 4 out of 5, but in today's standards, I'd give that a 3 out of 5, guys. So 3 out of 5 in acceleration. But I mean, riding this thing overall, I feel great. I feel one with the bike. I'm on, you know, like, because it sits so low, I guess. Acceleration is enough. I mean, I love it. It's got that power. Yes, it's not going to win drag races, but it is a 1000. It looks absolutely freaking amazing. So you can see where I'm having my dilemmas on which bike to sell, guys. This is like a one-of-a-kind, pretty much as old as it is, almost what, 12 years old or so. So we'll have to see. Alright guys, back to my favorite little spot. This is where I had the Beamer earlier, and we're going to do the little sound test, what everybody likes. But before we get to that, guys, here's the bike. Looks amazing, perfect condition. And to be honest, guys, I did plan on just upgrading the BMW S1000RR in a year or two. There was no like hold-on attachment, whatever you want to call it, with that bike, even though I love that bike. But this bike, you're not going to find another almost 12-year-old motorcycle. You know, it's a 2006, perfect condition, runs like a champ, looks like a champ. I mean, look at this thing, guys. Amazing. Amazing, amazing. Perfect condition. Only year they made this color. Only in a 1000. I mean, this is it. It's rare. It's blue and yellow. And I already got a couple offers, but, you know, I've just been quiet so far. I'm leaving it up. Which one do I sell, guys? I got to sell one. It's either this, the CBR1000RR, or my BMW S1000RR, because I am moving again, and I'm not going to ship 3 motorcycles across the ocean. All right, guys, so we'll get to the sound. It's what everybody wants to hear. I know it. And the sound test shall commence. All right, here we go. Woo! Man, I love it. So yeah, guys, there's your sound test. 2006 CBR1000RR, and I'll sum this up with both bikes in front of you guys, and you're gonna vote, and we'll see what happens. So now we'll get to the conclusion of the video. Alright guys, so we will end the video here. You've heard both of my kind of pseudo reviews on both bikes and my ratings. They both look amazing, they both look excellent. Here on the left, you got the Honda CBR1000RR 2006 edition, the rare blue and yellow. They only made it that year in the 1000. Looks amazing. And on the right, you have the BMW S1000RR 2014, all blacked out. It also looks amazing. So guys, the point of this video is to let me know which one I should sell. Not keep, but sell. And I have to sell one because I'm going to be moving probably in May, June time frame, and I'm not shipping 3 bikes across the Pacific. So guys, let me know in the comments below which bike I should sell. Should I sell the CBR or should I sell the BMW? I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope it was informative, and I hope y'all can help me make a decision because right now it's a coin flip. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. We're almost at 2,200 subs. Thank you all. And we'll see what happens. Until then, guys, take care and aloha.
Damn.